Greetings, one and all. This is Rhythmworks, and welcome to my channel. It has been a hot minute since I've actually recorded a video as opposed to just being streaming constantly with different games. But I decided to record this video simply because of my continued love for gaming and my advancement in age. I reached the ripe young age of 62. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, 62. So I decided to do a video. Usually I do videos reaching milestone ages, probably like every 10 years or every 5 years. But I thought, no, sod it. Let me do a video of how things are right about now. The reason why I haven't really been making as much videos as I would even like is because there's been quality of life changes, there's been work life balance changes and stuff like that. So I haven't been consistent with it. And in terms of like just gaming news in particular, I really have been out of the loop, and I've just been concentrating on work as a vocalist and songwriter and stuff. I've been taking on a lot of projects in relation to that, but that hasn't diminished my love for gaming at all. Now, you may ask, how does it feel like being 62 and a gamer? Well, I have to say, I don't know what a 62-year-old person is supposed to feel like. I know there are gamers who are even older than myself that enjoy it as well. And I just think gaming as an activity, as a leisure activity, I think it's beneficial in a lot of cases. I think it's beneficial in terms of hand-eye coordination. I think is really good for socializing and meeting up with different people. The clan that I'm with is called the Inglorious Ballbags. I met quite a few of them playing Destiny 2, and we became firm friends ever since. And with work and life, people kind of come in and out and doing what they basically do in their work-life balance, but we're still a clan. We still hold it together. We still keep the band together, so to speak. One thing in life I do notice in general is when one gets older, their priorities basically change. So it's not a case where they don't have any interest in what you're doing. It's just a case of life just overtaking and getting in the way of stuff. You know what I mean? That's one thing I've noticed a lot of in my work life situation. But let's stick to gaming. Now, I don't know how a 62-year-old person is supposed to feel like. So I'll let you know in due course. And I only have a year to do that. But in terms of gaming, I have to say that my view on gaming has been very, very, what's the word? I wouldn't say it's been discerning. I wouldn't say it's been more of the same. I think it's been a lot different in terms of my tastes for what I play now. I kind of have a world view on certain games that I play, but I think the one thing that's in common with all the games I play, they're in the kind of open world universe, if you like Ghost of Tsushima, and even the old games like the Mafia trilogy that I'm playing a lot of. I've played Mafia 1 and Mafia 2, and I'm in the middle of Mafia 3. It's just weird to know that those games came out a long time ago and I never really played them to the fullest, but I'm really, really enjoying them. And just simply enjoying the variety of games that are on offer, which is kind of ironic because I think it's just down to the developers and the staff of the developers that creates that variety within games. And on top of that, there's a lot of layoffs being dished out to people in certain games and stuff. I mean, even the successful games like Fortnite, you got Epic Games laid off like 1,000 people because they're just not making the profit they're making, which is kind of weird when you see all the licensing stuff going on. You know, you're seeing some Sabrina Carpenter, The Rock, Marvel, Star Wars, all of those things getting licensed to that particular game. So one wonders how are you running out of money? You know what I mean? You know, how you're not making a profit. But anyway, I'm not the CEO of Epic Games, so I'm not at liberty to basically explain factually. But yeah, I'm really liking the variety of games right about now. Um, the one thing that I've noticed of late, as of recording, there is a war going on between America and Israel and Iran. The collaborators being America and Israel, as you probably know, and the effects of that in terms of um, the oil crisis, basically the economic crisis that is going to be apparent from that, and because of that, things are just basically going up in price. I mean, you know, I'll give you one example. My missus was looking for an SD card, which I think it only cost like around, let's just say 50, 60 quid or something like that. And it's just shot up in price, you know, and that's basically is what's happening right about now, because obviously to get the product to the people, you need transportation, and transportation needs oil. And if you can't get the oil, it's going to be expensive to import and export. So your pocket and your wallet are going to be bawling tears for a little while. But if you love gaming, you know, it's a high price to pay, but it's a good price to pay. You know the score. But yeah, going back to the games right about now, I'm absolutely loving the variety of games. I'm loving the fact that the DLC for a lot of games are top quality as well, and are just as engaging as the game itself. I mean, you know, for some games that's just what it is anyway. But for games like Ghost of Tsushima and Ghost of Yatai now, with the Legends DLC on both games, I'm thoroughly enjoying those. You know, for the fact that I can just jump in a game with like-minded co-op players and just have a good session on those. Obviously with Arc Raiders, yeah, I'm still loving the game, but I'm not constantly on the game as I was before. I think I've gone over 250 hours in the game, which is, yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. That's definitely a testament of me absolutely loving the game. But there's only 24 hours in the day, and I like a lot of variety in my games now. Whereas before I used to play a lot of Call of Duty, first person shooters and Battlefield and stuff like that. Whilst I like Battlefield, and I love playing Battlefield with my mates, I don't know what it is right about now, but I just think it's kind of getting served the same dish but in a different plate. You know what I mean? And for me, you know, I want to be tasting different meals, or even if I'm tasting the same meals, put some other ingredients on it. You know what I'm saying? You know, for me, that's what's kind of scratching the itch right about that. Just playing different games and just giving certain games a chance, because there's a lot of games that are available in the PS Store for like next to nothing, man. I mean, we're talking like heavily discounted prices, like £5, £6, gone down from 90 quid, 80 quid, 70 quid. You really have to be a savvy shopper and literally look through the whole shop to find those games, but they are in there, and you'll be surprised at the games that you once glossed over thinking, nah, I'm not really interested in that because of the price point. But now you have the opportunity to play those games that are heavily discounted price and realize, oh yeah, this game ain't too bad. This game's all right, you know. And that's what I'm having fun with right now in the PlayStation universe and ecosystem within it. So yeah, as a 62-year-old gamer, I'm still loving gaming. I'm loving the variety of games. I'm loving some of the retroactive games that have been available. Now, I know some of you might be asking me right about now, what games are tickling your fancy moving forward? Well, right about now, there's only one game that's doing it for me, and that is none other than 007 First Light. It's made by IO Interactive, the people that make the Hitman series. So you know that it's going to be quality. And obviously, with Amazon holding the rights to James Bond, they need it to be a success as their foray into the gaming world as well. So after looking at some of the Vidoc videos that they've been showing in relation to the game, and having guest stars like Lenny Kravitz in the game as well, showing the mechanics of the game, I think it's going to be a winner. I really do. I really think it's going to be a winner. It just has that amount of combat you need, the right amount of stealth. Obviously, with them making Hitman, you know what you're going to get in the stealth department. But I think in the combat department, you're going to get just as much enjoyment out of it as well. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that. I got that as a birthday present from my missus, and I'm totally stoked with that. Looking forward to playing it. It's been delayed from March to, I think it's the 27th of May. I'm not quite sure, but it's been delayed a month. But nonetheless, absolutely looking forward to it. And the mammoth-sized elephant in the room that I'm looking forward to this year has got to be Grand Theft Auto 6. I mean, who isn't looking forward to that game? There's been a lot of memes in relation to nuclear war that Grand Theft Auto 6 is aligned with, such as the popularity of one of the most sought after pre-orders in gaming history, I would imagine. The numbers for that game is going to be freaking off the chain, man. You know, especially the fact that they're going to be selling it for, you know, $80 to even $100. I mean, check it. There are collector's editions right now of certain games that have been sold for that. So with Grand Theft Auto retailing day one at that price, I'm not surprised. And I don't feel no way in paying £100 for that game. And I'm going to tell you why. The reason for that being is that Rockstar has been so generous in the distribution of their DLC. I mean, check it. Grand Theft Auto 5 has been running for like 13 years, right? And the amount of DLC that they've given for that game, I mean, top quality DLC. If they wanted to, they could sell the DLC for like 20 quid a pop and people will still be buying it. Do you know what I'm saying? But they gave it to us for free, which for me, it's another testimony again as to the integrity between a game developer and their customers. And Rockstar, they never fail. They never fail. In all of the time I've been playing their games, they have never failed at all. So for me, it's like it's the least I can do to keep supporting what they're doing, because right now, at the time of recording, I think it's costing them $1 billion to make Grand Theft Auto 6. So you know the quality of the game from day one, as opposed to Grand Theft Auto 5 is just going to be something else. And the satire, the comedy, the action, the thrills you're going to get from the game going forward. I mean, we're looking at a game that's going to be played for the next 13, 15 years at least. Yeah, so for me, there's only one thing left to do, and that is to actually extend the capacity of my hard drive, my internal hard drive in my PlayStation 5. That's the only thing I need to do, because I've got two 5 terabyte external drives already. One is full to the brim, the other one is completely brand new and empty. So yeah, I'm good to go. I'm absolutely good to go. But yeah, those are the two highlights for me. And who knows what I may come across in between now and then, because like I said, there's a lot of jewels inside the PlayStation Store that I've never even investigated. And right now I'm playing Mafia 3. Well, I'm playing all of the Mafia trilogy right about now. And no doubt we'll probably get Mafia the Old Country on top of that as well. So yeah, I'm absolutely loving where games are going for me personally. You know, I'm loving, yeah, I'm just loving the vibe that I get just playing a lot of open world games. For some people, that might not be their bag, it might not be their cup of tea, but I do love playing open world, PVE, co-op PVE at a push with Arc Raiders. But yeah, it's been really, really good, really, really good for me. And yeah, there's no sign of my love for gaming to be abated in any way, shape, or form. So, people, please let me know. Are there any gamers of my age group out there? I know there's going to be a couple approaching 60 real soon. Pemby 66, the person that actually got me started in this whole YouTube malarkey. He's going to be turning 60 this year. He's got around, how many subscribers he got around now? I think he's got around nearly 80,000 or 75,000, 80,000, something like that. And he started very, very humble, from his beginnings. And yeah, he's going to be 60 this year. So is there any of you that are that age, and what are your vibes on gaming? What games are you really, really loving playing? What does the evolution of gaming mean to you right about now in the modern age of gaming, as opposed to the Pong Space Invaders era that we all came to know and love while we were still at school, so to speak? So yeah, just let me know. Just let me know what you're feeling. And yeah, look forward to hearing from you. But anyway, it's with that, I can hear myself waffling, and you know the score. Whatever the game, platform, media, format, genre, happy gaming. Because if you're happy gaming, not only am I happy with you, I'm happy for you. All right? So until we link up next time, people, stay blessed. I'm out of here. Maganski, laters.